Hello and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vanessa Cole. I'm the marketing manager here at Health Advantage Credit Union. I would like to thank you all for taking time out of your day to join us for our Avoiding Credit and Debit Card Scams webinar. Our card service expert, Adriana, has put together a wonderful presentation for you all today, and I know that you'll leave feeling more confident about how you can keep yourself protected. Before we get started, I would like to address a couple housekeeping items. All participants have been muted upon entry, and we ask that you please remain muted during the presentation. If you do have any questions throughout the presentation, you can drop those in our chat box at any time. At the end of the presentation, we will do a live question and answer portion where we will address all of those at that time. We are recording today's webinar, and you'll receive a recorded version shortly after we conclude. There's a lot of valuable information in today's webinar, so it's my pleasure to hand it over to Adriana and get started.
Good afternoon. As Vanessa stated, I am Adriana with the Card Services Department at Health Advantage. Today, we will be going over how we can all avoid credit and debit card scams. Scams are nothing new, but the pandemic and the rise in online shopping has increased the number of scams out there. According to the Federal Trade Commission, there were nearly 500,000 reports of imposter scams in 2020, where people lost a combined $1.2 billion. And this only accounts for consumers who filed reports. Since this affects so many people every day, we want to make sure that you know what to look out for and how to protect yourself against these situations. Before we get into specific types of scams and tips for avoiding them, I want to briefly go over what a scam is and why scammers are so successful in getting you to participate with them. Scams, by definition, are dishonest schemes. Scammers know how to get you to believe in their schemes. Sometimes all it takes is a little persuasion. They know what is valuable to you, causing you to act fast. We will get into some more specific examples, but in general, this could be something valuable that is either tangible or intangible. For example, a too good to be true deal on a designer item, or something you perceive will provide you safety or security. They know how to look and sound legitimate. This is their full-time job, so they've had time to test out what to do and what to say. They will come up with many reasons that in the moment make absolute sense to you, but later when you have time to contemplate, you will likely second-guess everything they just said. Again, they want you to act fast. Urgency is one of their tricks. Lastly, and the most frustrating of all, they know exactly how to get you to willingly give them your money in a way where there is little to no trace, meaning the scammer just got away with your money in many cases. We will go over some of the payment methods scammers like to help you understand what to look out for so this never happens to you. Now that you have a little background on what a scam is, here's the overview of topics we will be covering. We will start with online shopping and the scams you may come across there, some common imposter scams that we have seen within our own membership, payment methods that scammers like and why, and then we'll recap the various topics, and finally we will go through some tips on how you can protect yourself and others close to you. Throughout these topics, we'll be showing some video clips from the Federal Trade Commission that illustrate various scams and ways you can avoid them. Online shopping. We love online shopping. It's convenient, easy, and fast. You can do it while sitting at home in your PJs on your couch. It's awesome. And it became a necessity during the pandemic. But we all should know by now that you cannot trust everything on the internet, no matter how good it seems. So how do scammers get you during your online shopping? The two biggest ways we have seen within our membership was through using a search engine such as Google to locate a store or merchandise. And then the other way was through clicking on an ad that is located on a popular website. And the ad then redirects you to an unaffiliated and potentially fake website. For example, say you like to buy from Target.com. You're on Target's website, you're searching for some new furniture or some clothing, and you're scrolling through the pages, and at the bottom, all of a sudden you see that item that you're like, oh, that's exactly what I want. That's an awesome deal. You click on that ad, and all of a sudden you're no longer on Target. You may become aware because the site looks completely different, or you may be unaware because you're just like, this is an awesome deal. But all of a sudden, you're not on Target anymore. And you really have to make sure to look at that web address that you just got redirected to and find out, is that a good site? And then what ends up happening in a lot of these cases is you end up purchasing that item because it's exactly what you wanted, and it's this really great deal, perfect price, almost free. The item, though, that you just purchased likely never arrives because the scammer just wanted your money. They never intended to send you anything. They just knew what was valuable to you and what type of deal would make you act fast. So the next thing I have up is a little quick video that might help some experienced and inexperienced online shoppers just have some tips on best practices when shopping online to reduce these types of situations.
Day by day, more and more people are shopping online. It's convenient, and you can bring a world of choices to your computer, phone, or tablet. Are you one of the millions of people looking to buy something online? If you are, there are steps you can take to avoid hassles, get the right product at the right price, and protect your financial information. First, plan ahead by setting a budget. Ask yourself, how much do I want to spend? Be sure to include delivery costs in your budget. Second, determine what's most important to you about the item you're thinking about buying. What are the must-have product features? Are there features that would be nice to have, but you can live without? This will help you choose the product that meets your needs. Take a few minutes to compare products. Type the name into a search engine along with words like review, complaint, or scam. Read online reviews from other people who bought the item or from product experts. Look for feedback about how well the product works and its overall quality. If you've never heard of the company selling the product, look for reviews about their reputation and customer service. Read a few reviews so you're not relying on just one source. Of course, you'll also want to know the total cost of the product. Check shopping comparison sites to compare the price of the product at different websites. Remember, shipping costs and other add-ons may not be included in these prices. Look for online coupon codes. Search the store's name with terms like coupons, discounts, or free shipping. Before you decide where to buy, check out the terms of the deal. When will you get your order? The law requires sellers to ship items within 30 days of the sale. If you have to return the item, can you get a refund? Who pays for return shipping? Is there a restocking fee? Next, decide how to pay. Paying by credit card gives you some protections that other methods of payment may not. If there's a problem, the law gives you the right to dispute charges and temporarily withhold payment while your dispute is investigated. If someone uses your credit card without your permission, some companies will cap your liability at $50. Others will waive the charges entirely. Before you enter your credit card or other financial information online, check if the website address starts with HTTPS. The S stands for secure and means that your information is encrypted before it's transmitted. Now you should be ready to enjoy whatever you've bought online. If you have a problem with an online purchase or charge, try to work it out with the seller first. If you can't resolve the problem, file a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission, the nation's consumer protection agency, at ftc.gov/complaint. By planning, comparing products and costs, and making sure you check out securely, you can make your online shopping experience safer and more enjoyable.
So that video gives some great insights on how the online process should go. And one of the things that I think is key that they talk about a lot is research, 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 and research again before you buy, when you do not know a store or website, especially. So if you've never heard of a website or a store, or you've never purchased there before, you really need to research. Not everything out there is trustworthy. So I do want to go over search engines a little more, however, because even though it is an amazing tool for that research, you still need to be wary of search results. Some of the reasons you may be using a search engine when you're shopping may be to look for a phone number to contact a merchant, or searching for a specific item that you are looking to buy, or searching for a particular store's website. So where does the issue come into play? A lot of times it is the ads at the top of your search results, or in general, those first few results that pose as a popular store or a brand. For example, and we've seen this here with our members, a person searches for PayPal's phone number. And in the past, and maybe it's here and there currently, but a fake phone number that goes to basically a team of scammers' phones comes up in that top search results. So you see the phone number, you call it, and all of a sudden they're asking you to perform a test transaction via a money transfer app to help you fix your PayPal account. And instead of just doing a test transaction, they're actually transferring money to themselves via you authorizing that transaction on your mobile device. Scammers love to feed off of other stores, popular brands, trending merchandise. They will create URLs or web addresses that look similar or can be confused as a real website. So not that I've seen this, but say they were trying to make a fake Amazon account, they might put Amazon with an S.com, which I'm sure isn't out there, but it's, that's something that they would do. They would just slightly modify it so it looks, if you're just doing a quick glance and you're just on that top ad and you want to get to the website fast, you might click on it and it might look very, very similar to the official site, which then tricks you. The scammers, how they do that is they invest in ads or use SEO to their advantage so that they come in those top results, because they're hoping that you click on that first search result. And then of course you land on that website because you clicked on their link, and all of a sudden they're offering such an amazing deal that you buy that item, and again, those scammers get your money. Search engines, again, they're great research tool, but as we all know, you cannot trust everything on the internet, and we all have to do our due diligence before putting our information out there. One last topic related to online shopping, and then we'll wrap up this section. Social media. We have probably spent more time on social media this past year than ever as a way to connect with people so we don't go insane. Social media shopping issues are a lot like the online shopping issues we have discussed, but we want to bring attention to it specifically. Ads on social media can be a source that scammers use. So again, research before you click and buy. Fake influencer or business profiles are sometimes used as well. They pop up and disappear as fast as they appeared. They have you pay them via money transfer a lot of times to purchase their items. And just like online shopping, ads and other links on social media may redirect you to outside websites that are fake websites, but seem to have really good deals. And I think you all know what happens by now. The items you purchased from these unknown fake companies and people never arrive. All right, so we made it through what to look out for when online shopping. Next, we are going to go over 2 common imposter scams. The first one of which is way too common and can seem so logical in the moment. I want you to pay close attention to this next video, because even though you may think you'd never fall for it, every person I've spoken to that has fallen victim of this scam has said that they wouldn't have thought it would ever happen to them. So here we go.
Scammers pose as big-name companies. They call or send pop-up messages to scare you about the security of your computer.
We've gotten warnings of viruses in your area. Your computer has been affected. First, download this software so I can delete the dangerous programs.
They're good at pretending to be someone they're not because they want something that isn't theirs, your money. No matter what they say, they haven't found anything wrong with your machine. They just want you to pay for software or tech support services you don't need. If someone pressures you, slow down and think it through. Don't give out your financial information, and don't let anyone take control of your computer.
So this is called or named tech support scam. Unfortunately, it happens too many times, and unfortunately, it's something that scares people, so it makes them act fast. Again, it's the most common imposter scam that we've seen within our own membership. And I believe that that video very accurately depicts the situation. Someone gets a text message, someone gets an alert on their computer or a phone call, and all of a sudden you're speaking to the tech support that's not really tech support. These scammers know that the security of your device, whether it's a computer, smartphone, or tablet, is of high importance to you, because we all know we keep everything on all of our devices. So we don't want to lose any of that information. They know that if they state that you have been hacked or display a fake warning message, you will likely act fast and pay whatever is necessary to get this situation resolved as fast as possible. They may contact you via a pop-up on a website, phone call, text message, email, or you may even be searching for tech support and stumble across a fake tech support company. Just to highlight why this can be one of the most malicious imposter scams is that you will often end up on the phone with them at some point while you're in contact with them, where they will convince you to provide substantial monetary and personal information to continue to conduct transactions even after your initial authorized transaction. It's not always the case, but it is something to watch out for. I have another video for the next imposter scam that illustrates the relationship scam, so online relationship scam that can drain an individual's bank account fast for sure. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this video.
Looking for love in all the right places? Like popular dating sites, mobile apps, and social networking sites? Ron seems like a perfect match for you. He's thoughtful and says he can't live without you. He says he's from the US but works out of the country. He says he wants to visit but says he can't afford it. He asks you to send him money. Last month it was medical bills for his sick aunt. This month he needs money to fix his car. Next month, who knows? Ron wants your money. Don't send it. The person pretending to be Ron is a scammer. He'll tell you anything to get you to wire cash right away. He'll never run out of excuses. If an online love interest asks you for money, walk away, no matter how compelling the story.
So as they stated in this video, these scammers will have a reason for everything. They will ask for money. They'll make excuses for why they can't meet in person. They'll spin stories to appeal to your emotions to get money and strengthen your connection with them. You may find these scammers on dating or friendship apps, social media, or other social interaction websites, as they state in the video. You want to disconnect with these individuals immediately. As I stated before the video, this can be one of the most difficult for people to come to the realization that they are in a scam because of the connection that they build with the scammer. So watch out for your friends and family as well as yourself. On to the next topic, payment methods. Though scammers may use multiple payment method options to obtain money from an individual, there are a few specific methods that relate to debit and credit cards. These are used specifically so they can get away with your funds with little to no ability for you to obtain your funds back. I am going to start off with another quick video on one of their favorite methods, gift cards.
Let's say someone calls and says he's from the IRS. He says you owe taxes and need to pay right away by getting a gift card at the store. Should you do it? No, it's a scam. Government agencies will never make you pay with a gift card. Now let's say the caller claims to be from a tech support company. He says he needs to fix a problem with your computer after you pay him with a gift card. Should you? No, that's a scam too. Real tech support companies don't work like that or make you pay with a gift card. What if you get a call from someone who says she's a relative or friend and needs money right now? She begs you to go buy her a gift card. Should you do it? No, that's also a scam. Gift cards wouldn't help real family members or friends in a real emergency. Gift cards are for gifts, not for payments. Anyone who tells you to pay with a gift card is a scammer. And once you've shared the gift card number and PIN, your money is probably gone. So what do? If you have paid with a gift card, contact the company that issued the card right away.
So like the video states, scammers use these specific payment methods for a reason. Gift cards are just one of the types, which again, you saw in this video. The scammers may ask you to pay them with like a generic Visa gift card or a specific store gift card. It is unlikely that you will see these funds back if you gave the scammers the gift card info, unless you were able to get a hold of that gift card company before those scammers got those funds off that card. The next payment method that scammers like a lot is cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is untraceable. So if you transact in cryptocurrency with a scammer, you are not going to see those funds back. Cryptocurrency is gaining increasing popularity. So it is likely that scams involving payment via cryptocurrency will increase as well. And the last one that I'm going to go over that they have really has been the most popular lately with scammers are money transfer. Money transfer is the most popular, and there are so many money transfer options. Mainly, you think of money transfer apps like Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, the list goes on. But the other options may also be Western Union or MoneyGram transfers as well. The service that money transfer merchants provide, so say Venmo provides, is strictly the transfer of funds. They do not sell merchandise that, in a sense, you're transferring to someone to purchase. This means once you have authorized the transfer of money to an individual or business through them, you sometimes have little ability to dispute the transaction because the money transfer merchant provided the service that you requested them to provide, which was the transfer of money, not the purchase of merchandise. In cases where you may have been involved in a scam, you will have to reach out to both the money transfer merchant and the individual or business that may be the ones scamming you. However, many money transfer companies try to warn you in advance that you should only use their services to transfer to friends and family, and could give you difficulties when attempting to do any sort of disputes with them. And again, these payment methods are specifically used because they're essentially like handing cash over to a scammer. So to recap what we just went over, scammers know what works. This is their full-time job. Be cautious when online shopping. We cannot trust everything on the internet. Search engines are great research tools, but remember to look at a URL before you click on a search result or ad. And if you know a website, like say you know Amazon's website is amazon.com, instead of searching the website, just go ahead and type in amazon.com, and then you take the guesswork out of those search results and potentially going to a fake website. Be wary of social media ads and imposter influencers and businesses. And again, there are so many scams out there to even try to go over, but keep in mind that tech support and relationship scams that we just reviewed. And remember, every community is affected by scams. And again, I just want to show a quick video just to reiterate how scams can affect everyone.
I had a phone call from my sister. She had gotten a phone call from someone saying that my brother had gotten into a car accident and hit a kid.
When I got out of the military, that was around the time when I would start getting debt collection calls from third parties that I did not recognize.
Recibí una llamada en la cual me decían que yo tenía una demanda por $4,000.
The company promised to pay my credit cards. They advertised on TV.
They told me that they needed my Social Security number. They needed my bank account number for new Medicare cards.
These scams can target very specific communities. So when it's happening to you, chances are it's happening to people you know, people you love. So tell other people about it, warn them. By talking about it, telling these stories, you're helping to protect not just yourself, but your whole community.
So I love the ending of that video where it talks about sharing information on scams, which is a great segue into how to protect yourself. Next, we're going to go through a fairly lengthy checklist here, but I hope you are able to obtain a few takeaways from the information. So some tips on how to protect yourself: purchase from secure websites that you know and trust. Do your research before you buy online. Use your credit card for shopping online. Be cautious when using search engines. Go to web addresses directly instead of using a search engine when you know what that web address is. And refrain from clicking on ads online in general if you can. Only use gift cards as gifts for friends and family members. Only use money transfer apps to send money to friends and family that you know and trust. Do not give card information to anyone over the phone that you do not know. Never send card information through email or text. If you receive any unknown emails or texts that either you didn't sign up for or you weren't expecting, if you're in doubt why you're receiving that, go ahead and delete it. If it's a merchant or a financial institution and you're still in doubt, then go ahead and just contact that merchant or contact your financial institution instead of interacting with that email. It's never a bad thing to be safe about it and not to click on any links. Phone calls: if you do not recognize a number, go ahead and screen the call. If usually someone's going to leave a message and so that you know what it's in reference to. And if they don't leave a message, it's probably not a good phone call anyways. So it's definitely never a bad idea to just not answer if you don't recognize a number. If you feel like you are being pressured, if you do answer a phone call of an unknown number and you feel like you're being pressured to make a purchase, just hang up or stop communication with them and take time to review the situation. No one should ever be putting that amount of pressure on you to make a decision. Remember that no legitimate business will request you to pay in only to conduct a test transaction using only gift cards, cryptocurrency, or money transfers. So they're not going to ask you to pay or conduct a test transaction using those payment methods. Password protect your phone and devices and never give those passwords out. Review activity through online and mobile banking daily. And if you are inexperienced in technology, ask a trusted friend or family member to assist you. Report scams to the Federal Trade Commission. ftc.gov. You can go directly there and they have a button that says file a complaint. Know that you have the right to place a security alert with the credit bureaus, TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, and in situations where they've requested more information than just card information or gift card information, sometimes they might ask for a copy of your driver's license and they make up an excuse that normally you wouldn't have bought, but in that moment you're like, oh yeah, I need to make a copy of my driver's license for them. You may give out your social security like the lady in the video had done for her Medicare cards. So every scam is different and they might ask for different pieces of information that can cause an issue with potential issue that you may want to put that security alert where it is more of a identity theft concern at that point. And keep up to date on the latest scams. You know, the news is a good resource. Again, the Federal Trade Commission has a wealth of knowledge out there for consumers. And share with others or ask others what they've experienced, because likely they know someone who's had an issue, and it just helps to know what's out there and how to stay away from those scenarios. And finally, remember to always contact us. We unfortunately do not have the ability to stop every scam from occurring, as they do pop up and disappear quickly. But we will continue to educate you on various scams, ways to protect yourself, and attempt to block what we can. If you find yourself being contacted by a scammer, take a moment to verify the legitimacy of the contact. Call a friend, a family member, or us. If you have already given information out and you get that sinking feeling in your stomach that something wasn't quite right, just go ahead and call us and check. And know that you are not the only one if you become a victim of a scam. Scammers are good at what they do, and they can fool all of us. Contact us as soon as you realize you gave out your information, because though we may not be able to stop a transaction you have already authorized, we can help stop any future charges by reissuing you a new credit or debit card and shutting those old ones down. And every situation is different, but we will assist you in the ways that we can. We also want to let you know we do offer a few options that have, or resources that may assist you in protecting your card information and personal information. As always, we have our 24/7 lost and stolen phone line to report your credit or debit card lost or stolen. So if you realize you just gave your information out to a scammer, make sure you have your card closed immediately by calling our number. We offer online and mobile banking where you can view your transactions 24/7. We offer premium checking accounts, which automatically come with ID Protect for only $2.95 a month. This gives you some identity theft protection. We offer business and personal rewards credit cards, which are great for online shopping and earning rewards. You are also able to use Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, and Google Pay as digital wallets for our debit and credit cards, which provide encryption when making purchases. Just make sure you are using these digital wallets with known and trusted merchants, as we spoke about. And as a reminder, our debit and credit cards are all chip enabled. If you ever are swiping and using that mag strip, or manually typing or saying your card number out loud to make a purchase, you are not receiving the benefits of encryption, making it more likely that your card information could be compromised. So now we'll take about 10 minutes to review any questions that you may have. Looks like I don't have any questions quite yet. I'll give you a few moments if you have any questions. All right, well, it looks like no one has any questions. Again, if you do come up with any questions later on, we're here to help, so just give us a call. And again, just as an end note, as you're probably aware, scams don't just apply to credit or debit cards, and we have only included some very common examples in this presentation, but stopping scams really starts with all of us as individuals. So please share your scam experiences with friends, family, and even the Federal Trade Commission. Every time you share this information on scams, you are potentially saving someone else from losing money and giving out their personal information to an illegitimate party. So thank you all for joining the webinar. I hope you took some new pieces of information with you, or maybe some good reminders, and have a great afternoon. I will turn it back over to Vanessa to wrap things up.
All right, thank you very much, Adriana. That was awesome information. I hope that you are all feeling better as I am about avoiding credit and debit card scams. As I did mention at the beginning of this webinar, today's presentation was recorded, so you can expect to receive our presentation via email. And thank you again all for joining us today. Have a great rest of your day.